Hey there and welcome. It's the 16th of September, and to me this looks like the sun. So I'm going to start with some yellow. I got pastel yellow, I got melon yellow, I got deep yellow, I have lemon yellow, and I got marigold. That's 6 different. Then I have a dark yellow. That's 7. I think I'm going to go with these 7. And then it's interesting. I think we're going to go with in number 156, 158, 162. Then we have 164, 166, 170, and 172. I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's how we're going to put them up. 7 yellows. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do 2 stars. I don't know. Oh, when in doubt. Okay. Maybe it's just too many. Maybe we'll take 3 yellows. Yeah, I'm going to go with 3 yellows for this around here. I'm going to start with that. Then I'll be thinking about the rest. 1, 2. 1, 2. I think 7 would be too much when it's all yellows because there's bound to be some that look very alike. So I think this is a better solution. Just focus on 3 different ones instead of taking 7. Wanted to have some impact, this little sun that we're making around. Hopefully. Like that. So that was the lemon yellow 164. Then we have the melon yellow 166. And that was the melon yellow 166. This is the deep yellow 170. So that's a lot darker. So I have that. I think that's very lovely. The little sun. And then I'm going to be deciding on this. I'm going to pick rose red. Burnt orange and terracotta. No. I'm going to do French vermilion. Terracotta and burnt orange. So we're starting with the French vermilion in here. And then I think we'll have it here. And here. I'm gonna try to use this. Oops. Oh, that was wrong. Oh, I'm great at making mistakes. Have to count to 2 and then I'll make a mistake. Awesome, Maria, you got it. Here we go. So that was the French Vermilion 214. Then we got the Terracotta 212. Put that in here. Nice. What's gonna do? I made a mistake here. Here and here. Oh. So here it's correct. And this one is supposed to be the darker one. I'm just going to do it so that I get my mistake corrected. Because down there it's all right. Yeah, apparently counting to 2 is just too difficult. And then we got this one that's going to go in here. Like that. This one that's going to go here. And here. So now we got that corrected. So we just need to have the French Vermilion there. So my mind must have been drifting when I was counting that. That happens. But only to the best of us. Let's hope it didn't happen anywhere else. Let's see here. But it's correct now. So that's always something. That it was one of those boo-boos you could correct. If I'd started with the darkest color, it would have been very difficult to correct. So sometimes there can be an advantage of starting with the lighter colors if you're doing something like this. So that if you make a slight boo-boo, like, not being able to count to 2, it's also very complicated, I mean, 1, 2, there's a lot in it, a 1 and a 2. The funny thing is when I have something like 15 or 17 or 9, I don't make as many mistakes. Maybe it's my eyes that I have a difficulty seeing the lines. I don't know if they're deceiving me, maybe. That could be. My eyes have been known to deceive me. Here I made it again. I don't know why, but apparently it's hard to count to 2. But we'll see if we can do the same trick as we did up there to fix it. Or maybe I entirely should drop doing counts of 2 since I seem to be poor at it. Nah, I've done hundreds of drawings where I did count of 2, so. And this one. Actually, it's going to be a bit harder here than it was on the first one. See if we can draw a bit of the color out. It'll still be a bit darker, but it's better. Then we'll have to do it again. Yeah. Just a little bit. So, okay, we got that more or less fixed. Let's do this one. Here we go. Oh. Nice. I think that's looking good. Oh, I might as well put it in here. I think my neighbor is talking with my dogs. That's okay. He can do that. Now we're going to start from here. I'm going to keep a watchful eye. It's actually very pretty colors. It's sort of these yellows in here, they make me think of like the savannah, like Serengeti or something like that. Actually, it also made me think of giraffes and lions. So, weirdly enough, that should have brought me to zebras in black and white, but it didn't. Not this time. Which would be my normal go-to, but I'm not going for that on this one. I don't think so. So now we got the dark one going in there and there. Oh my God, can you lift your paws, little dude? Brunson doesn't drag his paws, but Jabba, he can go about like a ninja if he's rubbed a pillow that he's going to go outside and tear apart. Then you can't hear him. You don't even see him. He's the invisible ninja dog. But if he's just walking his regular walk, then he's like dragging his feet. Like, if he was like wearing swim slippers. Don't know what he's doing right now. Chopper, vad lever du? Chopper. Yeah. But it's quite funny. It's only when he's being naughty that he's stealth like a ninja. When he's just being his regular self, then he's dragging his feet and you can just hear him everywhere. But when he's on a mission, one of those important ones where you're going to destroy and bite stuff, then he can be real quiet. So it's kind of like when you leave kids alone, if they're quiet, you know there's something going on. It's the same thing with dogs. Well, unless they're asleep. Mine do sleep a lot, but sleep is also noisy. We got snoring issues. I like it. I like it. So now for the third kind of set. There, I will take the rose red. And then I'll take the old red. I think. And maybe the cherry pink. Yeah. Cherry pink, rose red, and old red. I think that's going to be it. Oops, wrong end of the stick. One, two. I count it. Now we know that it's important that I 1, 2, that I count. Let me see, then I'll start here. 1, 2. 1, 2. But they're also quite close to each other, these lines, so it can be that maybe it's confusing my eyes. Excuses. And then my mind tends to wander once in a while, like I'm talking about something and then all of a sudden I'm in a different place in my head. Here we go. like that. That looks pretty. So yeah, my daughter has gone to Berlin with the school on a trip, school trip with the new school. And she wrote to me this morning when she was on the ferry. They're going bus and ferry. And I have been discussing with the living facility how much money she should get for food money, because they are only going to get breakfast at the place they're staying at. So that means the whole day when they're out in Berlin, they have to eat out. Both lunch and dinner. And that costs money. Yeah, it does. And the school is not paying for that. So each pupil have to have their own money with them for food and drinks and ice cream and whatever they might else want to consume. And that's all swell, but it costs money and it's not cheap. I mean, I'm sure if it was in the US it would be cheaper, but in Europe even fast food is expensive. And they gave her half of what she should have. And what she should have was a minimum to be able to afford to get through the days. And we're not talking about fancy restaurants or anything. We're talking about going to Burger King or McDonald's or a pizza slice or a sandwich, that she can do that twice a day. So they gave her half the money that she needed. So I had to send her some more money, because otherwise I don't want her to, not have the same as the others, or at least have that she can eat somewhat well. Well, not well. I mean, eating McDonald's and Burger King for 5 days is probably not twice a day. It's probably not really eating well. But yeah, it is what it is. But since I don't, I have almost nothing now, then it's a lot of money for me. Also thinking that I'm having the school money and all that. So, but I mean, I'm not going to have her. She just started in the new school 3 weeks ago. And it's this trip with the school. Then, I mean, I don't want her to stand out as having nothing, I don't want that. I mean, she's probably, even with that, she's probably not the one that has the least with her, but, yeah. I did the best that I could do. But I don't understand that they don't give her the proper amount that she was supposed to have, the minimum that they can't. I went to the parents meeting and they can't sort of agree on sort of that they all get the same amount like they did on other schools, where when they went on trips we talked about it and then everybody had more or less the same, so that there weren't any differences between the kids. But in this school, apparently, that is not possible to agree on how much or how little an amount is an appropriate amount. And I don't know the level, but this is a pay school, so it's more rich kids. Well, it is rich kids. So, yeah, well, anyways, at least now she has enough to eat. So that's better than nothing, in my opinion. I think it would be nice if we could make, like that the parents could say, okay, well, we're going to give them this amount per day, each person, for food. And then what they get to spend on other stuff, if they want to buy something or something, that's up to the individual or the kids if they have their own money. But at least, agree on an amount of food money so that they can all sort of be on the same level when they eat. Because they're supposed to be in groups of 5 kids. They're going to be alone on their own. So then it's pretty nice if they all have more or less the same money for food so that they can go to the same kind of places and be able to afford to be there, all of them. But yeah. And with the amount of money that the living facility is getting, they should easily be able to give her the right amount of money with her, but they are so cheap. So cheap. But yeah, it's just the way it is. There's nothing really I can do about it. Just roll with it. This is actually a very nice combo. I think, I'm getting some of the sunrise colors here and some of the sundown here. Well, not the delicate light ones. More like the darker ones. And I like that. Because it makes the sun, the yellow, stand out more. And that was my whole idea with this combo, that this sun thing or lion's mane would stand out. But it's going to be a long week. Yeah, I mean, Berlin is just somewhere where I can go if something happens, I mean, it's another country, it's in Germany, and here we go. So that is pretty. Yeah, I like it. What do you say? So yeah. So this is lovely. I hope you have a lovely evening, day, wherever you are. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.